What's good, everybody? My name is Lakeith Theon, and I'm about to just hop straight into this video because this shit is fresh on my mind. And I know I cussed before the 2 minute threshold, but I don't give a fuck. Listen, what I've noticed lately, right? And this maybe this is just me. Y'all don't have to chime in on this, but this is something I gotta speak on. You know, uh, what is a freaky ass nigga, huh? Let's have this conversation finally, right? Because we didn't heard we know the breakout, but we don't know truly like in its essence what a freaky ass nigga is. And I think I figured it out. I think I finally see, or rather, I think I know the origins of it. Right? It don't start with Drake, and unfortunately, it ain't gonna end with him either. But we just gonna get right into it, y'all. So making content as a content creator, I tend to watch a lot of content as well. You know, keep up with certain events, keep up with things going on in the world, this, that, and the third. I take a lot of walks, so I also see a lot of shit in the real world as well. But anyway, long story short, I don't really I don't really understand a whole lot of this internet culture that's going on today. It's a lot of weird shit. It's a lot of weird people. I think the internet plays a role in making people weird or turning them weird, you know? A lot of the stuff that we see today online and hell even offline, some of these behaviors, some of the way people speak, the way people act, think and talk, a lot of this shit came from the dark like sides of the internet and shit. It's a lot of freaky ass motherfuckers on the internet, y'all. That's really the whole point of this video. I just needed to say it because like for me, it's something that I can't really believe until I actually just say it. And now that I've said it, I get it. You know, because I've seen too much shit and I've let a lot of shit slide in here on this here platform and on other platforms too, right? Because it's not just YouTube. This weird ass just this upsurge in weird people and strange behaviors. It's not just YouTube, right? It's pretty much every single social media platform you can get on. The worst, and I mean the worst of the worst, is not your Twitters, it's not your Instagrams, it ain't even your Facebooks and your Snapchats. The weirdo shit that you see, the most of this weirdo shit that you see online is in these damn forums, bruh. These Reddits, these subreddits, these Discords, these all these little sites and shit where motherfuckers can talk in private and be either not themselves or be fully themselves. And it's like it's always a yo moment, you know? It's never a moment where you can just talk to a motherfucker and go, oh, okay, this was decent. At some point, somewhere down the line, somebody gonna say some shit that's gonna make your ass go, hey yo, you know? And it's not gonna be pretty. I can't really I'm trying to figure it out. I'm doing a deep dive on all this internet stuff. I'm about to do a whole archive compilation of just finding the most random weird shit on the internet and just to prove that it is the most abundant aspect of the internet. People like to say that the internet is vanilla and that we don't see everything that's on it. No, we don't. But the shit that we wasn't supposed to see is starting to bleed into this shit because motherfuckers is just going off the rails now. Everybody want to be famous. Everybody want to get clout. Everybody want to blow up. Everybody want a viral moment. So you get a lot of crazy, crazy shit seen and done on the internet just because a motherfucker trying to get some attention from people that otherwise wouldn't give a fuck about him and still don't even when they see him. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in the business of compromising myself just to get seen by motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? There's no money in that. It's a lot of attention, but it ain't no real money in that shit. Who gives a fuck about oh this that and oh I'm about to go chop my balls off on a mountaintop. Some weird shit that motherfuckers do today type shit. Just that's an extreme example, but y'all seen weird shit from the weirdos online who like to talk to little kids, from the motherfuckers who going around trying to pretend to be a part of certain groups and things that they not that they don't even fully understand. Uh, People just talking crazy and nasty and otherwise situations where they definitely wouldn't if it was like a real world thing. And you just gotta ask yourself, so why have people become so comfortable with being fucking weird? And back in the day, it was cool to be weird because back then, weird was a dime a dozen. It wasn't the common thing now. It's more common to bump into a weird motherfucker than it is a quote unquote normal person nowadays. and the script is flipped, but it don't work out the same. Like you can't be normal in a world like this. Nothing will ever make sense. I promise you it won't. People try to use logic and rationale to explain what the fuck is going on. You can't do that. There ain't no logic and rationale in this shit. You fighting a fool's game, trying to use logic, trying to use a sound mind to decipher this bullshit that's going on around us. And a lot of this shit comes from the internet. A lot of this what I like to call this culture, this madness culture, this crash out culture. All that shit was developed on the internet, and it was presented and displayed and characterized on the internet. Everything that we see, from the goofy live streaming niggas to the random fucking little quote unquote these YouTube TV shows nowadays and shit like that. All these Reddit weirdos and these motherfuckers doing all this strange freaky shit in these discords and this, that, and the third. I'm just citing it. I can't give exact examples because there are literally too many. You can look into it. You can look into this yourself. I promise you, you'll find something. I had to do a deep dive, and I'm baffled. I'm telling y'all, I was left aghast at just how weird some motherfuckers get when they actually get behind that computer screen. This shit is dangerous, man. Our kids are on the same websites and the same internet as these people, and it's getting worse, y'all. It's the end of 2024 now, but I'm telling y'all, come 2025, I'm telling y'all, the internet about to get even freakier. Now that Drake been busted for being a freaky ass nigga, we thinking that this shit about to go up in flames. Hell no, this about to embolden a new whole group of freaky ass niggas to come out into the future. It's about to get rough. It's about to get deep, and I'm not about to have no part in this shit. I'm making my YouTube videos, and I'm gonna stick to what I know. I'm not gonna oversell myself just to get some attention. I'm not doing all that. Fuck all that bullshit. I didn't see motherfuckers ruin their lives just trying to get some attention off this here internet, and it's sad. It's really sad though. Like, let's have a conversation, really. Like, let's really look into this shit. Like, why is everybody nowadays running to the internet like that's going to save them from themselves? You get what I'm saying? Despite the character, despite the bullshit, despite the act, right? These motherfuckers still gotta be them, and that's the driving force behind this bullshit. No amount of validation is gonna stop you from feeling the way you feel about yourself. You gotta validate yourself and then go on about the world. Otherwise, this world gonna eat your ass alive, and you're gonna fall for everything this world tell you, especially on the internet. You see it every day with your favorite YouTubers, with your celebrities, with hell, just random people that's coming up in the game. They try to get at everybody. These weirdos, they creep in at every platform and every genre, to music, to movies, to TV. There's always a weirdo sneaking their way in trying to deviate the plan, y'all. So if you got something going for yourself and you making a way for yourself and you're not trying to live in that sort of like manner, be careful of who you let, come into your circle. Cause some motherfuckers is plants and some motherfuckers is there just to pretty much destroy what you got going on. And they probably a freaky ass nigga too. That's the whole crux of this video. Don't forget that part. I'm talking about freaky ass motherfuckers on the internet. Let me reiterate, okay? Because I can't stress that shit enough. It's getting bad, y'all. It's getting bad to the point where it's like every day now. It's just some weirdo doing some weird shit for attention, or weird people doing weird things, putting themselves in weird situations just to get reactions out of folks. And I'm like, man, this is the worst way to spark any real good conversation out of anybody. Now, I'll admit that sometimes decent conversation and thought provoking, things can come from controversy. I'm not denying that. But what I'm saying is in 2024, that doesn't hit the same anymore because now everything is being turned into a controversial situation. You got men that are weird. You got women that are weird. You got kids that are weird. You got animals that are weird. You got shit. You got AI that is weird because now AI is out in this bitch. AI got their own channels and this shit. You got AI bitches out here scamming niggas into thinking they real women, and they don't look nothing like it. But these niggas don't give a fuck. They still gonna see that shit and gonna be like, okay, yeah, I want that. Talking to her and hoe. It's whole pages of AI bitches, man. Go just do your research. That's not even the freakiest aspect of this shit. Like I said, you go on these Reddit forums, you go to these especially these Discords, man. I'm telling y'all, these some of the weirdest, wackiest motherfuckers you gonna ever touch face with. I promise you, these motherfuckers be having strange conversations, and a lot of these people be talking to anybody, so they don't care if you young or old. They gonna say weird shit to you. So if you got kids and they be on these websites, just make sure that they talking to somebody who got some motherfucking sense. Cause your kid could be talking to a straight weirdo that's trying to get up in their head or trying to get up in other areas. It's trying to do all kinds of crazy shit, man. Shit is wild. If To Catch a Predator existed today in 2024 as it did like back in the early 2000s, man, man, that show would never. Boy, they would have to. They'd have to shut down the whole Sting House just for a few hours just to get some motherfucking rest. They wouldn't be able to do that shit every day. It'd be too many people coming in and out that bitch. We got all these child predators. We got all these pedophiles. We got all these motherfucking rapists and killers and deviants and all this extra shit. And now motherfuckers are going so far as to filming these types of crimes and shit and putting that shit on the internet like it's cute. And it all starts in these forums, man. You find some of the sickest, nastiest shit in these forums. And these people share it and talk about it and discuss it like they're thought leaders or whatever. But these motherfuckers really weird and they get off to that shit, man. I'm cool on it. I know I sound frustrated. It's just, it's getting weird out here, y'all. It's like the more time progresses, the closer we get to 2030, the more bullshit just keep popping up and up and up and up and up. It's like, yo, since 2020, we have not had a break from being bombarded with bullshit after bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. It's like ever since 2020 hit, we've had one issue after another, after another, after another. In 2024, the big issue that's been hit the hardest is this internet shit. Motherfuckers who've been doing dirt behind closed doors, it's all coming out on the internet. You get what I'm saying? Motherfuckers being exposed for who they truly are, and it's all coming out on the internet. The internet is the internet is its own world. The internet is virtual hell. This shit is genjutsu, y'all. So be careful. It is a genjutsu. It is mind control. It is mind numbing. It is mind altering. Have you thinking and feeling ways that you normally wouldn't, that no person naturally ever would on their own, y'all. Is really getting sick on these sites. YouTube, you starting to fall off too. You starting to let a lot of weird shit slide. You starting to let a lot of weird people put their face and become the faces of your website. Y'all losing credibility every single day. And it's fucked up that I gotta say that as a content creator, but it is the truth. I see the type of content that y'all actively push. It's a bunch of weirdo people. It's all strange, soulless people who just doing this shit for a buck. Not even just for a buck. People gonna make their money how they gonna make their money. I can't discriminate against that. But it's soulless. All these people just seem planted and choreographed and just force roughly integrated into this internet culture. That's how all these weird ass trends keep popping up. That's how you get motherfuckers hooked on like galaxy gas and shit like that. And all these damn stupid ass challenges that niggas was doing on TikTok just a few years ago. Y'all remember that shit? Y'all remember the whole TikTok challenge area where motherfuckers was doing crazy stunts and shit on TikTok just to get some attention? Like some, oh, I'm about to go steal the toilet out of my school prank, or oh, I'm about to go steal blood from a blood bank prank. Just some stupid shit, man. Just some underhanded shit that niggas shouldn't be doing, or anybody in this life shouldn't be doing. Okay, let's hone back in. I kind of went on a rant. So, why I think the internet is full of freaky ass niggas. The reason why I think that is because you can't go anywhere on the internet. Let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you, just so I don't seem like I'm imposing my way on anybody. I want to get everybody's opinion on this. When you go on the internet, what do you see? What is the majority of the things that you see? Like, name the top three things that you see on the internet with that you're going to see every time you log on. I'm talking on all social media sites. What are some of the things that you're gonna see when you log on that bitch? You know what you're gonna see? You gonna see propaganda. You're gonna see you're gonna see propaganda, politics, and porn. The one of the three P's, the PPP loan. That's the real PPP loan right there. Politics, propaganda, and porn. That's all that they push on social media. So if you ain't pushing propaganda, if you ain't talking about no politics, and if you ain't on some porno shit, you might not be getting the most views that you could possibly be getting. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that that's the whole internet, but the internet is being flooded and inundated with that type of content right now. It's overwhelming. And it's all weird though. Motherfuckers have strange conversations about strange shit and then try to sound intellectual about it. And I'm like, no, you motherfuckers are talking about the you motherfuckers are talking about the intricacies of having sex with a girl and she's a certain age and but she's not quite this age, but when puberty hits it's this and that. Just some weird ass conversations. Or let's talk about another thing where motherfuckers talk about cartoons and sex, right? Now listen, I'm not the type of person who can get horny off of seeing a cartoon character. That's just me personally, but I know that that's not the case for all people. I get it for those who do. I can understand why. I'm not coming down on anybody. I'm just saying that I don't ever experience those feelings when I see a cartoon character. Now, Keith, I know, let's say, okay, where you going with this, Keith? Now, look, y'all, boom. You got people who are having conversations about cartoon sex and whether or not the people in cartoons are of age or not. Now, let me start by saying this. Conversations like this shouldn't even exist in the first place. But if we're going to entertain these conversations, I suppose I'll give my opinion on it. I don't really give a fuck. I don't watch cartoons that show uh, them fucking each other. So I don't really, like, you get what I'm saying? I don't really care about that world. But I will say this. It's a lot of moral grandstanding on this website too. And it be the freakiest ass niggas that moral grandstand behind closed doors. You know what I mean? People who you look at and be like, man, I can just tell you look like the type of motherfucker that be into some shit like that. But you hear talking down or something. And I'm like, when people get to putting on that high horse, it's because they in back and behind the scenes doing some shit they ain't got no business to do. Maybe I'm wrong. Perhaps I'm just jaded about that and that's not really real life. Or I could just be tripping. But have y'all not seen it? Have y'all not noticed how the internet has gotten way more degenerate and it's like it's acceptable now? It's like everybody. You got bitches, grandmamas and shit on your YouTube shit and on your Twitter and this and that and the third. You got bitches shaking their ass and cooking food in their underwear and shit. This bitch 70 years old. Who attention you want, grandma? The only person attention you need to be looking forward is God, because you about to be meeting that nigga soon. Whose attention do you really need? You feel me? I love how we always put this type of shit on the younger generation. And then I go online and I see somebody, mama and grandmama, shaking their ass. Like, bitch, you was out there marching with Martin Luther King and now you on Twitter shaking your ass at 70, 80 years old. What's going on? What happened to us? What's really going on? It's this internet shit, y'all. It's brainwashing people and transforming them mentally into something that they not. We all walking around this bitch like virtual avatars. We in our skin, but we trying to live a life outside of what has been given to us, about outside of what we are. And that's just the strange shit that I see on the internet. I see people having these weird conversations. I see people doing these weird things, saying these weird things, um, being hypersexual towards children, towards just groups of people that aren't even asking to be sexualized or fetishized in any real way. But people always do it. And I'm like, damn, this internet shit is really the more life we breathe into it, the more it dies. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's putting anything quality on the internet anymore. Everything is just salacious or just to get your attention or just some extra wild shit. You can never go online and watch some chill shit or just hear a motherfucker say they piece and go on about your business. You always gotta be bombarded with some wild shit. Every other day it's a whacked out story about some person they done did this and that. And this goes on all levels, from the local level all the way up to like the Hollywood level. It's just every single day you see it. Just people getting into weird shit. People having weird conversations behind the scenes. People trying to put kids on the strange shit that they ain't got no business seeing or hearing at that age in their life. You know what I'm saying? We around a lot of wild demonic shit in the game. It's getting cold out here, y'all. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. How do y'all feel about the internet? Am I tripping, or do y'all see what I see? But yeah, my name is Lakeith Dion. Be sure to like and subscribe. If y'all fuck with the channel, I fuck with y'all. Y'all fuck with me. It is what it is. It was how it was. I'll see y'all when I see y'all.